How's it going out there? Welcome from H2TechVideos. Today I'm going to be doing an app review on a new app which is called iEvidence, and this is a great app that is available on the Android platform as well as the iOS, so iPhone, iPad platform as well. I'm going to be demoing it today on an Android phone, but again it will work on an iPhone just the same. So to give you kind of a brief explanation of what the app is all about, this app is designed for parents, educators, and anyone else faced with an urgent situation involving your children. If there has been a child-related incident you would like to document, this app will walk you through each step of the investigation, and then you have an option at the end for a preliminary report to be sent to your email, or you could also email it to a law enforcement agent in the area. So let me go ahead and open it up so we can kind of show you what it's all about here. This is just again a really good app that every parent should definitely have, because any parent that has a child in a school, obviously not homeschool but in a school, if there's ever an incident that occurs at school where maybe a kid at the school gets hit or a kid falls, incident with a teacher, you could actually use this app to document what actually went on, the conversation. And it's actually the same documentation that would be taken if you were to go to a police station and say, hey, I want to file a report, kind of along those lines. And so let's go ahead and jump in so I can kind of show you what it's all about. So first you're going to choose your language. So we're going to go English. We're going to go next here. There's a quick tutorial, kind of like explain the app from the beginning.
iEvidence, school safety app.
Go ahead and show you this first.
An app created by Child Care Compliance to help parents, educators, and anyone wishing to document an urgent situation involving children in a school setting. Call 911 or the appropriate authorities if you are faced with an emergency, as we are not a law enforcement agency, and this information is only forwarded to your email account. If you would like to document a school-related incident, press Next and we will guide you through a process that could benefit a future investigation. As mentioned, a preliminary report will be sent to your email account. Thank you for your vigilance with respect to child welfare. Now, let's get started.
So just kind of a cool little intro there, kind of explaining what the app's all about, kind of walking you through the beginning. So let's go ahead and hit Next. And so these are the beginning options you have, is to document an incident. You can store your information for a possible future incident just so it's already in the app, or there's some additional features in here. You can actually receive an alert if there are any updates to child care laws. A lot of times different legislation is passed, and if the news doesn't cover it or you don't get a chance to stay up to date, you may not know that there's different rules or different laws need to be abided by. So you can go ahead and tap here, and they can actually send you an alert just so you can stay up to date with what's going on with child care laws. Also, Child Care Comply also sponsors events in the community as well, and so if you become a member, they can kind of update you on when there's upcoming events and different things that are going on with that organization. Alright, we're going to go back here. Let's go document incidents. You can kind of get a gist of what the process is. So I'm going to actually start a little report here. So let's first name Joe, last name Turner. So first you would just put in your general information, it's beginning, and then you would put the email address that you want the information to be sent to. So once you finish the report, a copy will be sent to you, and then you have an option to forward it to other people as well. So just go ahead and put that email in there. Then you'll actually put in your address, 123 Clover Street. And then a phone number. And then you have an option to put in driver's license information, date of birth. Let's go next. So this is where we actually get into the details of like a possible incident. So first thing is you want to put in the date, the school name, and the location. So this is the date here and the time, and as you can see, it actually will use your phone's information. So it already pulled the date from my phone, and it already pulled the time. So let's say you get to the school, you find out there's an incident, you open the app, you get to this page and hit select, and it's going to input the date and the time. Then you could put in the school. We'll put in John Adams, which is the school from Boy Meets World. Just had to point that out. John Adams High. And then, so this is really important. You can actually put the number of witnesses that were around when the incident occurred. Again, the problem when things happen at school is, let's say if there have been multiple incidents that have gone on, the school documents it, but you don't always have access to the school's documentation. But if you keep your own documentation, then you're always a little bit safer, especially if now it does turn into a legal issue. You have written proof of past incidents that will definitely help in, you know, the process. So let's say there were 3 incidents here, and you can also tap use your current location. So actually, let me go ahead, turn on the internet because I don't have that on right now. So you can actually have it use your current location to pull in the address of the school or the location where you're currently at. Then you're going to hit next. Oh, and see, it actually won't even let you continue unless you put in the information. Here we go. We're going to hit next. And then, was the child injured? Let's say yes. Was the injured party a child or an adult? Obviously, if it's your child, it could be an adult as well. What is the relationship to the injured party? So, are you their parent? And now, this is actually cool because if you're a teacher, you can also use this app as well to keep your own documentation. If you maybe have like a troubled student that's causing problems and you want to keep your own documentation so that if anything comes up, you have the proof of when and what exactly happened at different times. So, these are all the different options: parent or guardian, teacher, administrator, school staff, coworker, neighbor, no relation, other. I'm the injured party. So if you are a student, could actually use this to keep evidence as well of things that are going on at school too. So you can see how it just touches a wide variety of people. Let's go ahead and just go from the standpoint of the parent or guardian. Check that box, hit next. Were there police called? Let's say no. Was a report taken by police or any authorities? Most of the time, unless it's a really, really big incident, that's going to be a no, so I just put no. If there was an officer, you can actually put in his information down here, which is definitely useful if you need to contact him in the future. So there's that. Next. And then here, this is the part I love the most about it, is there's actually a part built in where you can take pictures of, let's say if a child got hurt or was in a fight. You can take pictures of bruises. You can take pictures of the surrounding area. Any type of evidence that you see, because again, all that is important if it does turn into a big investigation or possibly a trial or, you know, whatever. So you would just tap photo, and then you can actually pull a photo that you've already taken from your gallery, or you could take a photo right at the moment. Okay, so you can, again, take photo right now, which is if you want to take a picture of the scar right there. Or maybe you already took pictures when you were there. You can just choose existing, and then you can pull a picture right in. Okay, you can actually put up to 6. Take photos if property or equipment was involved. So maybe somebody used a bat or used a piece of school equipment to hurt someone. Those would go at the bottom there. Go next. And then you can actually get the information of any witnesses that were around. And this is really good because, again, you know, if you need to contact them later, if it does turn into something larger, you definitely want to have their information. And again, a lot of times things happen and you don't even know what questions to ask the people that are in the area. So here you go. You have a list: name, email, address, phone number. And then after, you can find out what the witness saw, what they heard. So what was their connection with what happened? Again, were they a bystander watching? Were they in another room and they heard it? Smelled something, felt something? Were they injured or involved? You can take pictures to document their incident. So as you can see, just the level of detail. I mean, you know, again, you're standing in the moment. You're probably frazzled, not knowing what's going on. This app really kind of helps you get grounded and kind of find out, okay, what questions do I need to ask? What's even important to the situation right now? Okay, this is cool too. And this is, again, one of the parts we love about it. You have an option to record a statement as well. So guess what? If there was a witness involved, you can actually record, you know, them explaining what happened. You can also record what you saw, and it's really good to do this because if you go 2 weeks later, people's stories start to get jumbled. You start to go back and say, "Oh man, what really did happen? Was it this student? Was it that person? Was it this time of day? Was it this involved? Was that involved? How many kids were there?" So if you record a statement on that same day at the moment, then you have clear and concrete proof right there, not hearsay that someone remembered or thinks they saw. You know what, now it turns out it was this, not that. So all you do is tap record, and it will start to pick up your voice. Then you press record again to stop. Press play.
And it will start to pick up your voice.
And there it is.
And it will start to pick up your voice.
Now you can go ahead and delete it if it doesn't sound right. If it sounds good, go ahead and hit next. And then you can record an additional note, and you can also add an additional information just by maybe some other notes you want to add in right there, and you're finished. Okay. Now when you get to the end, the app will prompt you to go to one of your email applications, so that it will take the document, it will put it in an email, and then it prepares it to be sent off. And let me see if we can do that real quick. So email, and so look, the audio file is in there that we recorded. All the pictures you've taken will be in here. Every screen that you had to fill in information is going to be in the email. Okay, and then what it does is the email that you put at the beginning is the email that's going to send it to. Let's go ahead and hit send. And now it's finished. And now it takes you back to this screen right here. And you can also, again, use the additional features option in the event that you did miss some information. So this is iEvidence. Again, this is a really awesome app. I think every parent in America should have this app on their phone, because just all the issues that are going on today with schools, with teachers, a lot of stuff that's going on behind closed doors. And, the problem is lack of evidence. Teachers are getting off free because students can't prove it. So this definitely kind of walks you through what questions you need to ask, what you need to document, how to protect yourself, how to protect your family and your kids from the craziness that goes on out there. This app is only 99 cents. And it's just worth it to have, because again, things are going to happen, and you definitely want to protect yourself, protect your kids, and you want to be prepared so when you get in a situation, you know how to respond. It's almost like if you ever get into a fender bender, it's like you're frazzled, then you have to kind of like kick back to reality. You have to say, oh, let me go get the license and registration information. Let me go take a picture of the car. It's like you have to remember all this information while you're in the moment, but the moment could be just so filled with so much emotion, information, and whatever. It's hard to remember what questions should I ask, what steps should I take. So this app really walks you through it, and again, it protects you in the event that you need to bring up charges on someone at the school. You have the evidence to back up your claim. Alright, so this has been an app review from H2TechVideos here. Definitely recommend you purchase iEvidence, 99 cents. Again, available on Android and iOS. And feel free to leave any comments. Let me know what you thought of the app. And take care. Make sure you like the video also if you did find this helpful, by the way. And have a good one.